Hey gang, Random here. I really wasn't going to make another video today because I was going to go work on my stuff on Stormar, so I was going to update some Braface pages, finally upload that X-Men First Class continuity problems. Just so you know, I like the film, but there's a couple of continuity problems with the other films, but you'll see if you look on there. I was going to get some more sprites done, but I was reading this comment. Basically, I apologize, I've forgotten who said it, and I'm too lazy to go and look it up. So if this is the person, then congratulations, I'm mentioning you. Hooray, and so forth. Rah, bacon rashers. Anyway, this comment was saying RandomDCE should be Prime Minister. And then someone went one further and said, no, he should be President of the Universe. So I started thinking about it. What if I was Prime Minister of the UK? Oh boy. Things are going to change. Things are going to change. Now, these are just my little ideas. You don't have to agree with them. See, that's what I like about this. I mean, I'm just giving you my opinion, and it's okay if you don't agree with me. I'm not gonna beat down your door and scream at you if you don't agree with me, but let's not beat a dead horse here. So, when I'm Prime Minister, what would I do differently? Well, first of all, I would decide that there's a lot of useless crap we don't need. Let's look at television. Be honest with yourselves. How many of you out there, how many of you watching this video, actually sit down and watch TV for more than 4 hours a day? I doubt a lot of you don't, because, to be honest, the only time I watch TV now is to either put a DVD on or play on the 360. I mean, that's the only time I watch the TV now. But, you know, see, the problem with TV is there are so many goddamn channels that there's not a lot of good stuff on. I mean, you've got... Let me put it this way, for those of you who don't live in the UK, for all my friends in the Yankee land. When I was a smaller and more annoying douchebag, we only had 4 TV channels. We had BBC One, BBC Two, ITV, and Channel 4. And all of a sudden, we've got BBC Three, or ITV2, and, like, E4, and all this sort of shit. So the first thing I do, those channels, those extra channels we don't need, they're gone. Why do I want to watch ITV2's coverage of ITV1's coverage of something that I can see on BBC One? So the budget for those channels is gone. It's now gone into the Save Britain Fund. So channels like BBC One, BBC Two, ITV, and Channel 4, they've got to work harder and make better programming. And one thing before we go any further, for the love of Christ, can we get some good comedy shows on TV again? I mean, I remember that awful comedy show called, what was it, 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps? Yeah, they should have called that Only Chavs and Asbos. That's the better name for that show. Speaking of which, this whole ASBO program, now if you don't know what an ASBO is an antisocial behaviour order. And how an ASBO works is like this. If you're being a chavvy scumbag and you're loitering, whatever it is you do, rather than do the sensible thing of punch you around the fucking head, they just say, here's a piece of paper, now don't do it again. So the money wasted for all this ASBO program, gone. Instead, we have a more suitable way to handle the problem. Just take them out back and... Yeah, sure, it's going to be a sad loss for their family, but who cares? They're a chav, not really a human, are they? So let's see what we've taken care of so far. Television has been slimmed down. I mean, for those of you who have got like Sky or cable or satellite, don't worry about that. That's going to stay. But when it comes to terrestrial TV, you don't need half a dozen channels. You only need 4. That's all I had when I was growing up, and I turned out alright. Another thing that needs chopping down that we can put in the Save Britain Fund? Concerts. These useless concerts for fuck all, because the industry's answer for everything is, let's have a concert. A child has gone missing. Let's have a concert. A celebrity has died. Let's have a concert. A building has been destroyed. Let's have a concert. The world is in danger. Let's have a concert. Okay, by the way, I know I'm kind of late to the party on this one, but I just have to get this out. I was just thinking about this today. I wonder if Madonna and all her friends get the irony behind Live Earth. I know this is old, but hear me out. And I'm pretty sure someone's already said this, but Live Earth was supposed to be creating awareness of climate change and greenhouse gases, global warming, hole in the ozone layer and whatnot. But holding a concert and bringing all these people together, but flying them in from planes, trains, and automobiles, create more carbon emissions, more greenhouse gases. So in theory, isn't that really adding to the problem? So concerts and all for these stupid fucking reasons, gone. All the money wasted for that goes right into our Save Britain Fund. But at this point alone, I think we've raised about 32 grand or more, 32,000 maybe, into the Save Britain Fund. So what else? What else? Footballers, yes, this is something we need to address. You don't need to be paid that much money for kicking a ball about. Because there are plenty of women who work in factories who are knitting, sewing, ironing, steaming clothes all day, doing like more than one thing. What do you do with it? You kick a fucking ball about. You do not deserve to be paid that much money. If it was up to me, you should get paid by the minute. So if you play 45 minutes a game, you get 45 quid. If you play a full 90 minutes, you get 90 minutes. So 90 times how many games a season? It's good enough for me. Hell, if someone paid me 90 quid to do fuck all for 90 minutes a week, I'd say thank you very much. So, ridiculous overpaid footballer salaries, they're gone. That goes into the Save Britain Fund. So far we've saved quite a bit of money on this whole thingamajig and whatnot. Or it comes to a situation when America calls us up, we pick up the phone and they go, "Hey there, we want to have a war in Iraq." Yeah, I know it's not George W. Bush anymore, but I can't do a Barack Obama impression. So, to that I'd say, fight your own battles, put the phone down. That's another thing that needs to stop. Another thing that needs to fucking end, all this pointless news coverage about shit nobody cares about. You know, when I watch the news or read a newspaper, I want to be informed. I want to know about what's going on in the world. And the problem is, when I used to watch the news on TV, it always had this kind of mentality. Top story tonight, someone's been killed, someone's been drowned, someone's been slaughtered, there's some scandal over here, there's some political news, and finally Paris Hilton's got her tits out! That shit needs to stop. You can replace the news stories every week with just this sentence. Murder, 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 sleaze, 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 murder, scandal, scandal, gossip, gossip, murder, murder, sleaze, sleaze. Happy time! Happy time! This is the part of the news where it make you feel happy! To close the show with some happy news! Yeah, they put that in there to take your mind off all the shit that's going on. So with the news, I want it to be factual, I want to know the important issues, I don't give a fuck that some talentless singer has overdosed or some useless bint like Cheryl Cole is dating somebody or is not dating somebody. Shut the fuck up and give me the facts. Thank you. That's another thing I'd change. Oh, on a personal note, this is a pet peeve I've got. You know what I'm sick of? I am sick and tired of going into a newsagent or a convenience store and I gotta pay £1.50 for a can of Coke. A can of fucking Coke! Are you shitting me? I go in a supermarket like Tesco or Waitrose, I get about 56p. That's pretty reasonable. Why the fuck are you charging $1.50 for a can? I could buy a porno mag for $1.50, let alone a can of Coke, you skinflint bastards. That's another thing I'd change. And what would I do with my time? See, I'm the Prime Minister. I'm not a celebrity. Therefore, I'll do everything in my power to stay out of the papers. I got so sick and tired of this shit, like Tony Blair and his fucking batshit wife appearing for shit no one cares about. Like, Tony Blair, I'm going to appear at these, important events to try and look hip and cool and trend. I mean, what the fuck was he doing on The Simpsons? I mean, sorry now. There was no point for that. I don't want to see William Hague showing up on Family Guy, or David Cameron on Celebrity Deathmatch if it's still going, or I don't want to see Gordon Brown on Beavis and Butthead. Coincidentally, that's the same name I use for David Cameron and Nick Clegg. Oh, by the way, there's a little personal note. If those two just came out and fucked on TV, that'd be the greatest political broadcast ever made. To get my vote. Be very modern, wouldn't it? So, basically, what I'm trying to say is, if I was in charge of this country, I make my appearances brief, I get shit done, and I get rid of a lot of useless crap we don't need. We don't need 500 TV channels. We don't need stupid concerts to create awareness about something that we have a better understanding of than these clueless celebrities do. We don't need stories about how Britney Spears is shaving her pubes or something retarded like that. It just needs to be simplified, you know what I'm saying? I want to tax celebrities more than the normal people because it's only fair. I mean, they make more money than you and I do in a fucking year or a lifetime. What are they going to care? So, I hope that's answered that question. Would I have an affair? Maybe. Maybe. I haven't thought about it. Well, you need to have a girlfriend in order to have an affair. Oh shit, he's got me there. Until next time, my loyal followers, it is I, Prime Minister RandomDCE, and I'm ending this political broadcast with something quite juvenile.
I can't wait to play with toys!
Now I